Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the WT Coaches Show. I'm your host, Zach Barnes, and kicking things off for us this week is women's basketball head coach Kristen Mattio. Coach, how are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, Coach, last time that you guys got was the Pack-a-Sack Thanksgiving Classic. You guys took on Texas A&M International and got a 90-57 win. Just talk about that one a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was a good win for us. We got into an offensive rhythm, and we're getting up and down the floor. We had 23 assists, so we're sharing the basketball, getting that ball side to side. So overall, pretty happy with that win.
And do you think it kind of affected y'all at all this year not getting to play Moorhead since that you couldn't make the trip down?
Yeah, I mean, we would have loved to have the opportunity to play Moorhead. They were going to be a solid team. It was going to be a good test for us. And but weather conditions, flights, things like that, sometimes, unfortunate, but you can't change things that happen like that.
And kind of back to that Texas A&M International game, Lily Vanderzee had a team-high 19 points in that game, as well as leading in rebounds with 7. Kind of talked about how she's kind of been getting better this season.
Yeah, I think she's just settling in, understanding a little bit better what she can do offensively within our system, our structure. I also think she's finding other ways to score just outside of just being in the half court, but offensive rebounds. I think she had a few transition buckets. So, yeah, I think she's relaxing, figuring it out, and that's kind of the next step for her, and hopefully she can build off of that.
And coming up next for y'all, actually today, you'll head up to Oklahoma Panhandle State to take on them and kind of talk about that one a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see a team that plays a lot of different players. They may play anywhere from 10 to 15 players throughout the game, and so obviously our communication, things like that, will be key. That we'll see a few defenses as well. So we'll just have to be ready for the different things that they'll be throwing at us with the multiple defenses and then just all the personnel that we bring in.
And then on Saturday, you guys will head back up to Oklahoma again, this time take on Oklahoma Christian.
We played Oklahoma Christian last year at home, and it was actually a really good game. It was 8-0 right off the bat. They were winning 8-0. They're a solid team. They execute well on the offensive end. They play multiple defenses as well, so that will be a good road test for us, a good test. They're playing well right now too, so we look forward to that matchup.
Well, Coach, I'd like to wish you luck this week, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the WT Coaches Show. Up next for us is men's basketball head coach Tom Brown. Coach, how are you?
Doing pretty good today. How are you?
Doing well. Coach, first off, last week, you guys had the Pack-a-Sack Thanksgiving Classic. Play a couple games. First, let's talk about that 90-61 win over Nova Southeastern.
Yeah, we played pretty well in that. Obviously, win by 30. You're playing pretty well. Nova is they're a very good, disciplined Division II team. I think they got in a little bit late. The weather was bad, and we kind of stuck it to them early, start to finish, and we broke down that game. We actually still could have played better, but was really happy. Obviously, you win by 30, you got to be pretty happy.
And then the next day, you guys took on Emporia State. You got an 84-68 win over them.
Yeah.
Talk about that one a little bit.
That one was pretty, it's always tough playing back-to-back. Both teams obviously were playing back-to-back, but that was a game that we really wanted. They beat us here last year on kind of a last minute of the game. They beat us, so that's a big game because that's an in-region game for us, and hopefully Emporia, I think they'll do pretty well this year in the MIAA. Time will tell. We'll see what happens, but that was a really nice win for us, and to beat them by 16, 18 points was pretty impressive for our guys because they're a good team, but yet I think we kind of controlled that game most of the game.
And then last night, you guys took a road trip to Oklahoma and got an 87-77 win over Oklahoma Panhandle.
Yeah, that was a big win. Panhandle is undefeated. They're 3-0, and typically they're not one of the stronger teams, but they've got a nice team. And Coach Olson up there is doing a great job. They're pressing. They're getting after you. They forced us into some turnovers that are a little uncharacteristic for us. But, we responded, and David came through, made some big shots late, and we never panicked. They got it down to 3 points with, I think, 3 minutes to go, and, we never panicked. We moved the ball. We got some good shots, and then we made some stops. We forced them into a shot clock violation late in the game, and that's big because you have to have stops at the end of the game if you're going to win, especially when you get into the LSC conference play.
And then tomorrow, you guys will head over to Lubbock and take on Lubbock Christian. This will be the second time to see them this year. It would be nice to try and maybe get a little bit of revenge for that home opener.
Yeah, I wish we didn't have to play them, but they stuck it to us here, and now we have to go down there, so it's going to be even harder to go down there and win. But, they've got a big guy inside that we have trouble with, and, their little point guard is really solid, and then they're bringing A.J. Lucky off the bench right now. I don't know if he might be starting for him, but they've got a really good team. They're very well coached. They know what they're doing. They know their roles out there, and they play hard. And when you do that, you're going to be in most ball games. And so we're going to have our hands full tomorrow. I think our guys are looking forward to it, though, to have that opportunity to go back down there. But, again, they're a very good team. We're going to have to play well to get that W.
All right, well, Coach, I'd like to wish you luck, and thank you for joining us today.
Thanks a lot.
And folks, thank you for joining us this week on the WT Coaches Show. For the WT Sports Network, I'm Zach Barnes, and we'll see you next week.